Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Melody from Bake-A-Leg and Let's Dig It, and I am going to try to give you a garden tour number 3 before we get some rain and hopefully before it gets too noisy here. So this will be a full garden tour. This is my nasturtium that's up on the patio. Is this not beautiful? I've never seen nasturtium this particular color. So I have nasturtium up here. I have some mammoth basil going there. I have, let me tell you what kind this is. Long cherry tomato for just some quick picking. I have some zinnias. This, I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. I'll probably have that together for the next garden tour. Some Genovese basil, rosemary, thyme. Don't mind the wind here. It's starting to get a little windy. And this is some chamomile that I was trying to get to germinate inside a pot, and it's working. So that is the herbs up here on the patio. Also the citronella that I did in a video. And now let's go down. I will give you a garden tour, full garden tour. Bear with me because I'm doing this one by myself. I'm going to give you a garden tour of the raised cinder block bed that I did. I picked up, because this one's much bigger, a chamomile, an extra one. This is the cinder block kitchen herb garden that I did. Here is my sage looking wonderful. There is the dill, German thyme. This is St. John's wort right here that I grew from seed. We have some Mexican tarragon, mammoth basil. Let me think. Thai basil is right there. I planted some parsley seeds, but they didn't come up, so I'll try it again. This is a little holy basil plant. Only like 1.5 germinated. That's in there. This is cilantro. You can see it's ready to be harvested. Some rosemary back there. Some sweet basil, some Genovese basil. There's my chives, curly parsley, lemon thyme, Italian oregano. Flowers are all looking good. Like I said, I did this for pollinators. And this is the cinder block herb kitchen garden that I built. And let's keep going. Here is the fruit side. We just cleaned that all up on this back there for future fruit, and you'll see that when that's done. This is my raspberry, which is doing pretty good. I heard you have to keep the grass away from it, so we did dig it out. We're gonna have to get rid of more grass, and it also needs to be mulched, but they look really healthy. Raspberry plant number 1. Here is number 2 doing great. Here is the blueberry. We're starting to get some blueberry on there. This is the blueberry Highland bush Recca, but there are some berries on there, and this one has a little bit more berries, but we have to mulch them completely. We also did this out front. It's not edible, but I'm giving you the whole tour. This is rose bush. This is called a blanket of flowers, and I forget what this is called. Let me see. It is this. So put one on each side of the house. This is the out front. And then I have some salvia. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. It's getting windy here. Salvia there. Lavender over there. another, oh, we have a flower up. There's one. So the same on each side. Blanket of flowers in red. These are perennials. I'm not growing anything out front. Food related, well, unless you eat the lavender. I didn't want to put annuals in, is basically what I'm saying, but I did plant this chamomile out here yesterday. And then look at the beautiful rose. This is a vining rose. Beautiful. Now this is the side, and we will enter the garden this way. So a little bit of a different type of gardening tour. There's things out. There's still things that are not in the ground yet. And we're going to start off with zinnias and sunflowers that are doing good. Right there. The fence held up to a major windstorm that we had not last night, the night before, but we're expecting rain all weekend, except for Memorial Day here. That's when I am recording this garden tour. This Jay gave me, and I don't think it has the right drainage holes in it because things aren't looking too good in there. So every other sunflower, if I did it correctly, should turn out quite well. They're getting big. So this is the back side. We're going to start here. Last garden tour, I had a couple sunflowers in here. I transplanted them out. I threw down different wild seeds, flower seeds. If they come up, they come up. I just put this in yesterday. This trellis here. And actually cucumbers. There's 3 that I have in there. There's a sunflower back there. And this is turning into being my squash bed. So I have the straight neck squash right there. Black Beauty. I lost a couple because my one dog doesn't like to stay out of this bed. Cocozella, Black Beauty. And then, of course, my dog killed 1 or 2. This is a Cocozella. I planted a seed. Gray summer squash. Some, let me see. Zinnias are coming up underneath my potatoes. But here's the potatoes. Has a flower. It's big, it's bushy. Let me stand back. Strawberry plant. Sunflowers, salvia. Some wildflowers. That's down here because I'm on another project. Just some flowers. Here's the mint. Doing amazing. Really, really good. Very not sure. I said that in the last garden tour about this type of, let me find the exact name. I still have it. This is collards. And as you can see, it's not doing well. The last garden tour, number 2, it was, I said it felt thick, like stalky. So I might be ripping this out, to be honest with you. And I have 2 mints down there. And here is what's left of my brassica bed. This is the red cabbage, which is doing fantastic. Right there. Celery. 1 there. 1 there. These, I think, are done and ready to be harvested. They feel firm. I don't know what it means. This is a 45-day cabbage. This is starting to turn a little purple. But yeah, this is the cabbages. This is the only little cabbage that's not ready yet. But I mean, this is good to go. Cauliflower. I had a little oopsie with a few of my other cauliflowers. I tried to transplant them so I could rearrange this bed, and I've killed it, of course. This is my supermarket challenge because my watermelon was not good. This is leeks. You weren't able to see it in the last video because it was too dark. I let it get roots and planted it. I also transplanted that yesterday, so I hope that survives. There's a cauliflower down in there wanting to form. That one's a little, so is that one, so I don't think they'll get huge. So this is what's left of the brassica bed. This is where the broccoli and everything was. That's completely empty. And I did put a big trellis right here because I think I'm going to do like spaghetti squashes, things of that nature on this trellis in this bed, plus that cabbage will be coming out. This tower, all greens. Some little lettuce is fine down here, but as you can see, this Swiss chard isn't terrible, but I'm gonna just let this go to seed. Some spinach up there, kale. This is everything. Here's a bok choy that is going to seed. I'm gonna try to save that. And then this is the barrel that I filled up with my favorite flower so I can attract pollinators. That's looking pretty good. It still has to fill out some more there. And now I'll turn you around to this bed, which was the salad bed. As you can see, I put some cucumbers down there, some seeds, and they germinated, and now I can't have cucumbers there because I need it for something else. I grew a lot of cucumbers. These are Black Beauties. I just planted these. I did the video for it with you guys, like how I mended the bed immediately, and I already have some bites. I'm just seeing that this morning. Yeah, so something is biting my eggplants, which I'm not happy about. These were just put in just the other day. That one's got a pretty big bite, so I'm gonna see if I can put, I do have a mint right here, but I literally might sit mint right in it. And this is different for me. This is a early pick gold zucchini. I bought this one, I didn't grow this one. I did some research and it says if you want to save the seeds from it, you cannot have it near any other zucchinis or squashes. So I researched it and it said it could go in with eggplants. So I put it right there at the end of the bed. This is the white eggplant right here, which is doing fine. They're not getting bit. That's those two. And the rest are Black Beauty, Rosa Blanca. What's the other one? Let me see. Rosa Blanca. Oswald. So they are getting a little bit. They've only been in the bed 2 days. Sweet potato slips that I have to get planted. And I think I might pull out the, I think I saw Voon Child said that last year she grew potato slips inside of a bucket or a pot. So maybe if I pull out the collards, I could try to put that in there. So I still have potato slips I have to do. I wasted, don't yell at me, I wasted a lot of slow bolt arugula. I just had way too much. Kale, I might divvy this up. There's 3 in here on the last video. This is blue scotch kale, dinosaur kale, and Lasiato kale. I may end up splitting that up a little bit. And this is the 2 tomatoes that I said, oh, it'll be fine. It's looking kind of big. These are the black cherry. I have the basil I still have to plant. I'm just going to stick it in there for right now. Let me make sure this is black cherry. Yeah, the hybrid cherry tomato. It's an indeterminate, so I put 2 in there. And it's looking pretty good. I have nothing in this yet. I just amended this enormous pot to figure out what I'm going to put in there. And now we're on to the sweet side of the peppers. I didn't have tags on me when I was putting a couple in last night. So I left the cups there. These are the baby ones that I said I would try to just plant them as babies. If they make it, great. If they don't, I'll just pull them out. This is big red sweet peppers. They're doing okay. This one's probably the one doing better, but it's the big red sweet peppers is in this row here. And I think I started right here. Some lemon basil. Never had that before. I just put that in yesterday. I am recording this on Friday. Okay, the next row is Corno di Toro peppers right here. Yep, Corno di Toro yellow peppers. And then I have Keystone giant peppers. California Wonder sweet peppers are these smaller ones right there. And then this is, see, don't you just love my tags? Purple Beauty peppers right here. This is a lilac bell pepper. This is a Purple Beauty. Keystone Giant pepper and Golden California Wonder. Yeah, Keystone Giant is what that is. This is Cubanella peppers, all right here with a nasturtium. And this I bought. And you could see it's not looking all that great. This is a gypsy sweet pepper. I wanted that because I didn't have the seeds. And I literally only bought it a day or two ago. And I might be pulling it out and going and getting another one. So that is the sweet side of my pepper bed. And now we'll go over to the hot side. This part is mulched to try to help it. The color is looking better, as you can see. So this is jalapeno early hot right here. This is jalapeno just hot. This is a serrano chili pepper right here. There. Marigold. And let's see. This is just shishito pepper, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it grows like a bush, so that might be a problem later. We will see. I'll keep an eye on that. This is early hot jalapeno. That's jalapeno down that row. And this I bought was a hot fajita pepper that already has bugs on it. So one was actually on there, so I had my roommate try it, and he said it wasn't too bad. So yeah, early hot jalapeno, another jalapeno. I think this whole row is jalapeno. This is the cowhorn pepper plant right there with flowers on it. Another shishito pepper. I have some early jalapenos. I like the cowgirl candy, so there'll be a lot of, this is a Gigantea jalapeno pepper. Let me put the tag back, because there was a second tag to it. This is a Gigantea, and you can see its colors off. This is Big John's Italian hot peppers, hot Italian pepperoncinis, hot Italian pepperoncinis right there. So this is pretty much, and the hot cayenne pepper is right there. Looks okay, not the best. The color's improving, but I still see some things that are going on. This is the habanero pepper that I grew from seed that I don't even have in a pot or in a bed yet. This is the Tiny Tim, right? Yep, Tiny Tim getting some flowers right there. This is a Daytao, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, pepper right there. That is the Tabasco pepper, and there's another Daytao pepper, which that's probably a better sized pot for that, because I heard, like I said, that it grows sort of a lot and a little bushy. I think this might be some form of a zinnia right here. It's not a weed. It just magically appeared. And the birds around here are atrocious, so they probably moved some seeds around. This is the sugar snap pea, 3-tier stackable from the dollar store. And let me see, let's go to the next bed of peppers. I still have a little bit of this going on. If anybody knows what it is, it's not as bad. I figured it was from the frost. This is the bed that I was in such a rush to get planted that I literally forgot to label some of them. California Wonder. Let's see. This is a Big Bertha bell pepper right here. Another Big Bertha right here. Some of them are labeled, some of them are not. Lilac bell pepper right there. A giant, I don't know how you say this one. Let me see. Marconi pepper right there and there, in that row. Stray cup, banana sweet pepper. That's probably why. And some more giant Marconi. So this is like the sweet peppers, California Wonder, sweet banana peppers. As you can see, some of them are doing really well. And the color's not as bad as the last video. This has a pepper, a little baby pepper on it. And that one is my candy cane variegated pepper plant that I bought. So, not too bad. And then, let me see. No, wait. Yeah, one was candy cane, and this one is Carmen Italian pepper plant right there, which when it gets a pepper like that, I'm just pulling it off. Actually, this one is looking pretty good, but I just pulled off that baby. And see a few on the candy cane one. So I'm apprehensive. I was always taught pull the first ones off. So there we go. So yeah, this is the whole sweet bed of peppers. Sunbright Sweet. If you could think it, it is in here. As time goes on, I'll be able to name each one individually. And this is what this bed looks like. All the sweet peppers, like I said, colors improving. Some of them, the leaves are like a light yellow. So if anyone knows what this may need, there's still a little bit of silvering, which I assumed I got from, because my peppers got a little bit hit by the frost, that last frost that we got. So that is the hot peppers there, extra sweet peppers there, whole bed of sweet peppers. And now we're on to tomatoes. Some of these bad boys are going to need to be staked. Basil. Let me see. This is a Costa Luda Genovese tomato, which is probably the row, but we will go through them all. Marcone tomato. This is a Dr. Wincheese that so needs to be staked very badly. Let's see. Black Krim. Costa Luda Genovese again. Let's see what this one is. Black Prince tomato. Rutgers tomato right there. Now the plant stakes are starting to get buried. Genovese. What is this one here? Let me see. Homesteading tomato, which I've never had before. I am going to try to save seeds. That is this one right here. And that one I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's just keep going. Black cherry tomato. I think it's this whole row. Black cherry tomatoes, which these are definitely going to need to be stalked. I have a down tomato right here. So I'm going to have to get a stake for it. I'm gonna have to do some serious pruning. Need a lot of steaks. That's a black cherry. Federle, Faderle tomato that I grew from seed. This is my first. This is exciting. I'm just a little concerned about the coloring right there. But this is my very first Aunt Molly's ground cherry. That is this one. Oh, there's the beautiful flower. Very first. I really hope that survives because I'd like to save some seeds. Then there's Brandywines in the middle. Let's see what this one is. Opalka tomato. Opalka tomato. Some of these stakes are bending. Put that back down there. Brandywine. So this whole middle row is Brandywine. So yeah, I'm super excited about the Aunt Molly's ground cherry. Brandywine. Must be this row. And then what do we have over here? Opalka tomato, because I don't know how to say it, so I don't want to butcher it. But yeah, a lot of these are going to need to be staked. I have chocolate striped peppers right here. Hopefully you're seeing this all right, because it's just me behind the camera. Last time I had Chris's help to do that sunset garden tour. This is a Rutgers tomato. Another Rutgers. So great tomatoes inside this bed. Just slight coloring. Needs, I don't know, something, and I need to finish staking them. But this is the view of all the tomatoes. And yes, I planted a lot together, like closer, like 3-4 rows. They'll be fine as long as they get staked. And then this tomato bed right here, there's a little bit of the coloring, if you can see that. I have an Abe Lincoln. Let me set this right down there. This one, see if I could find the tag, because it's like a bush, so it must be an indeterminate tomato. And now I don't even see a tag. Oh yes, I do. It is a Mr. Stripey heirloom tomato right here, which is thick, looks great. Kellogg's Breakfast, which is one of my favorites. I did lose quite a bit of tomatoes because they were in the cups for too long. So Kellogg's Breakfast, Kellogg's Breakfast, Kellogg's Breakfast, Kellogg's Breakfast. Kellogg's Breakfast might be this entire first row, besides that first one. And this is a rainbow tomato. Black Krim. I can see the tag, so the whole middle row is Black Krim. This is Abe Lincoln. This is an Abe Lincoln. Looks great. Let's see what this one is. This one's an Abe Lincoln. Okay, so that's half the bed is Abe Lincolns. And then this one here is the Arkansas Traveler tomato right here and there. Same thing. Pink, let me see, pink Oxheart tomato right there, which has blooms on it. I did say I would be a little bit more specific this time and name my tomatoes Old German tomatoes. That is this tomato right here is an old, oops, let me put the tag back. Old German, Old German, Old German, Old German. And this is Old German as well. And let's check on the end here. Rainbow tomato right there. Let me see. Rainbow. These are, see, this one has a little bit of curling. It's the rainbow. Not every plant leaves look like this, but a few. So if anybody can help me out, that'd be awesome. There's a little bit on that too. This is a big rainbow tomato. All these are big rainbow tomatoes right there. So that is this bed. Lots and lots and lots of different tomatoes. All right there. So I'm gonna single stake them all. And even the basil looks like the color's off. So I don't know, because this is a new garden, new soil. So that is that. We did that tomato bed. This is the Abe Lincoln, Arkansas, traveling, the rainbow, pink oxheart. And then up here in this bed is Kentucky pole beans right there. These are all different types of bush beans, like Blue Lake bush beans. And then, oh, they just germinated. This is what I deal with, is the birds. Terrible here. So this is my rattlesnake pole beans. This is my makeshift that I made for that. Like I said, that whole half is all different bush beans. I'm still waiting for some others to come in with the Kentucky Wonder. And oh my goodness, there's a bumblebee. I've never been so happy in my life. I hope he lands on something good. So back to the beans. This is the whole bean bed. This is the red noodle, Chinese red noodle beans. We changed the trellis. We took the one with the lights and put it outside the beds to get these two, so that the red noodle beans, the Chinese red noodle beans, don't mess with my lights. That was brought up in a live with Team Benson, and I was concerned, so Jay and I fixed it. So we got two of these for the red Chinese noodle beans on each side to go up, and the trellis is on the outside entrance coming into the walkway. This is the other bed of tomatoes. Some are staked, they're just not tied. I'll tell you what's in here. We also got this osculating, can't think right now, it's too early. Only time I can do these garden tours are early. Okay, well anyway, yeah, so we got a sprinkler that oscillates all different ways. Okay, this is, let me see, Brandywine, I think, in this front bed. These right here. It's another bed of tomatoes, Brandywine. If I see a stick, I'll let you know what they are. Jubilee tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, Brandywine, green zebra tomatoes. I did plant them. I didn't have them last year. More Brandywine. I mean, they're looking pretty good. And then this is large leaf basil that is just coming up. So thrilled about that. I have to save some seeds this year. Brandywine. This is the herb barrel with the peacock that I had trouble saying last time. I called it a flamingo, but it's the peacock that my son bought me for Mother's Day. Right there. And then what other kind of tomatoes? San Marzano tomatoes, Jubilee, striped Roma tomatoes, Quadro tomatoes, more Brandywine, and Marion, is that how you say it? Marion tomato. So yeah, green zebras in here, just lots of good stuff. Some of these are staked up, but they're just not tied up. So I literally have 3 beds of tomatoes. I did state that last time. And that was because I was trying out like a seed vault. And I promised subscribers I would see if they germinate and how they grow. And here we are, 3 beds of tomatoes. So some zinnias finally came up in this barrel. And this is, like I said, we moved it to the front. and stuck the other 2 trellises in the inside for the Chinese red noodle beans. So I love them. Thank you, Jay. Multiple different flowers and some zinnias. This is the beans. This is this lounging area. These Kentucky Wonder, Kentucky pole beans. I hope I didn't drop a couple rattlesnake pole beans in there. But we have some that's coming up still, so giving this a hot minute. And hopefully the birds don't steal any more of my rattlesnake pole beans. Pretty sure I did a row right here, and there's only 1 right there that's germinating. 2. So this row here still has to fill in. There's a baby coming up. And this is kind of spotty. Beans. So yeah, I knew I planted another row of beans. My allergies are so bad. So there's the sitting area. And then this is what it looks like. This is the beans. That first tomato bed. Peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers, all sweet peppers. Lots and lots of tomatoes. There is the blue trellis from the dollar store with all the string beans that are all coming in, and the mixed flowers that I forgot to put a tag on, but I'll know what they are as soon as they pop up. There's the steel pole that holds it. Celery inside there. I have more mint I have to plant, and I just started working on this, which I'm going to need some help. I'm running out of room. That's the problem here. This is very rocky. I'm trying to get this patch of grass out so I can make this a watermelon patch or pumpkin patch, because it's like my garden was built on a hill, the garden's level, but as you can see, this goes down and it's like wasted space. So Jimmy said do whatever I want. So I don't know if I just need from this post over for maybe my watermelon. Not really sure, and got an extra trellis that's on the ground now. And this I'm probably going to pull out, like I said, so that I can either do maybe potato slips. That probably would have been a great idea over there to do the potatoes. I wasn't thinking at the time, folks. It happens sometimes. And probably on the next garden tour, you will see that the cabbages will be gone. Over here, I think it's going to be like the butternut squash, things of that nature over here. And then I'm going to try to transplant these. I have to finish this half of the bed. This is the bed I did 3 videos on this week. Even in an awkward position, just so I don't stand on my bed. Jay just got me this bird. I have to find a great place for it. So I'm wondering if I missed anything, but over there on that shelf, I still have some peppers and tomatoes, more cucumbers. I do want to move these because of the factor I have some lemon cucumbers I want to plant. So I just stuck a couple Ashley back there, but this is what it looks like during the day. So looking pretty good. I just am busy constantly. I put out a video every day. This isn't gonna hold up much longer. It's like cool here today. You can hear the wind, I'm sorry. Forget the name of the channel, asked me if I had a mic. So I don't know if I'm not speaking loud enough, but also have to remember I live, let's see if I could zoom in and show you how close I am to the water. So there is the river right there, and there's lots of boats, wave runners, noise that you kind of hear. But I will try to speak louder if that's a situation, because no, I do not have a wireless mic for my phone. But that is the 3rd garden tour. Like I said, we had a really bad storm. Fence is holding up. And I did, for my friends who were in the live, well, you'll know this coming up, but I did get 4 tiki lights. I got 2 right there in the front, and there's two in the back to kind of go with the little, I guess, Hawaiian type of theme. But I still have things to plant. I have mint laying around. I have some basil that has to go in the ground. I mean, can we talk? This is my watermelon I have to get in. I have lemon cucumbers. My squashes are there. I have more medicinal herbs, some flowers. Like I said, cucumbers, Brussels sprouts. I'll give you a close-up. Tomatoes. Some are going to die. It is what it is. But yeah, I have all this to plant. This is the fire pit. There's that area over there. It's a cute little bistro table, but I'm using that wheelbarrow. It was full of lettuces, which I got a lot. A lot. There is my, this is the side. There is my compost tote that I'm using. My old mint, new mint. It's probably going to blow away if I don't tuck it in there. But yeah, so I'll give you just the overall in the day time with the light on. So still lots to do, still lots to plant, and I just did major harvests. For like the last week. So yeah, that's what's going on the third garden tour. I figured I would tell you some more types of peppers I'm growing and types of tomatoes. And they do look greener because we did get a little bit of a rain. And I came out, was like, wow, everything just looks so green. So that's awesome because we were in that total heat wave that I discussed. But there you go. That's pretty much the whole tour for right now. Oh, I skipped over the apple trees even though I showed the bushes. So let me show you the apple trees. This is all going to get painted black. I mean, moving into a new house, trying to get the house done and then get everything else done. But I didn't want to miss out on showing you the apple trees. Here's apple tree number 1. I don't know what this curling is. If anybody can help me out, that would be awesome, but that just happened. Apple tree number 1, apple tree number 2. They are doing well. Showed you the blueberries, the raspberries. I still have plenty of room over here to add more fruit. And I think up against the house, maybe all strawberries. I don't know. At this point, I might have to plant more peppers because I have so much extra. So there is the third garden tour in the daylight. A little windy today. Today is Friday. And I think you will be seeing garden tour number 2 today as I'm recording this. That was the second garden tour, the sundown garden tour. Yeah, just something different. Plus I had help. Chris was up for a visit, so I had him, record for me. Other than that, this is garden tour number 3 in the AM hours on a Friday. As you can see, it is like overcast here. We are expecting, the temperature definitely dropped. I'm chilly willy right now out here. Temperature dropped, and we are supposed to get rain this afternoon. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday will be Memorial Day, and it's supposed to be nice. So there you have it, everyone. Hopefully I covered everything. I just have stuff all over. No shame in my game. But there is the 2 tikis I spoke about because I sat like right around here to do my live. That Sunday live I did out here at the garden, which was pretty awesome. And I hope to do it again. And we'll use the fire pit. And yeah, we have 4 new tiki lights to light up this garden at night, along with the other lights. So, things do look green, but if you do know what those spots are, and yeah, that reminds me, I want to put just a loose container. Let me grab one while I'm thinking of it. This is real time, folks. As we're due for rain, something is biting my eggplants, and I am just going to sit that mint right there, and hopefully, I don't see any beetles on them at all. It just has a little discoloring, so I need help figure out what that is. And this has some bites, but I don't see anything underneath. I'm zooming in case you guys see something that should looks like just dirt. Yeah, I don't want my eggplants getting eaten. That would not be good because I would like to eat them. I love eggplants and so do my kids. So, there you go. That is this week's garden tour. It's a little windy, it's a little chilly here, and I am going to go in. Today is going to be the only day that I'm going to get a break on gardening because it's literally starting to rain now. So I hope you enjoyed this garden tour. I'm Melody from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. I can't help the dog barking. It's the neighbors on 2 streets away. Hound dogs, I think they're called, or beagles. So they have that distinctive bark. But that is this week's garden tour number 3 on a very chilly Friday here. Love you all. Subscribe, leave me a comment, give this video a like, and yeah, I will see y'all on the next video. God bless. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.